the routine, you have your job or whatever. Now you have to fit everything you want to do. The kids, when they're playing, when you're a child, you just wake up. The day is new, you're learning something, going out, whatever, discovering. Everything's an adventure. But once you start going to school or a job, then you're limited because there's a certain time you're already planning. Now there's sleep, where you have to sleep, and then you have that time. Now you're fitting other things you prefer. Okay, in order to get to the place I want to go, before getting there, maybe it's an uncomfortable ride to work, I should have coffee. But to save time, now I'm taking a preferred coffee break. So that already gives you that wake up at a certain time to be somewhere else at a certain time and do certain steps in order to get there. So now you're in that routine. Then you're given a weekend, which is society's way of, if they work non-stop, then they'll go crazy and say we're slaves. At least if they look forward to the weekend, then they're fine. They have some fun. But what's the fun? It's within the limitation of 2 days. Friday, Saturday. Sunday you're recovering to get ready for Monday. So even that is limited. What can I do on the weekend?
So it's actually just one really free day, Saturday.
It's one really free day. And the people who can break that reality are people who dedicate their free time to escaping that loop. So they learn maybe a skill. In our case, it was planning for this escape. Like to get here, we had to plan and start already breaking.
And therefore not really participating in social things.
In the social thing of then. But you had to, like you had to save some money to come here. So you weren't really in the social thing of that, which is the limitations of your own life. If you were from a rich family or whatever, a super rich family, then it doesn't matter. You could just go. But also that has its loop. So then you're in that loop, and then you have certain other people who are in a loop, and then it becomes seasonal. Even existence itself is a loop, if you think about it. Planet Earth goes around 365 days around the sun.
Right.
When it's over here, we're in a season. When we're over here, and it's a season.
The season repeats, so your life is also...
The season repeats.
Very repetitive.
Yeah, so even that gets you into the loop. And that is, I think, what is really the matrix. The matrix is certain conditions that are based upon the loop of just randomness of space and humans fitting in. So of course people say, yeah, beat society, that's the matrix. Yeah, you have to beat that literal loop. You have to beat the stars and say, okay, it's winter, I'm going to leave here. I'm going to escape here to totally... But what we've done in a small way is actually removed such a European factor, which is winter in December. We avoided it. So
and also all the social events, like now I was watching
Carnival.
I was watching Carnival on Instagram, so all the stories about Carnival look terrible. I'm happy that I was not there. Not anything against it if someone enjoys it, all good. And Christmas things, and we didn't.
Not there because someone got bumped.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Happy we weren't there because someone got bumped. Again, after on Christmas market, now on Carnival. So every social big event also has now a very negative thing to it. But now I totally lost my line.
You said you're happy that you escaped it.
Yes.
Yeah. You're out of the loop. You're out of the loop that you had last year or the year before.
Right. No, what I wanted to say is not even only winter itself, but the general factor that when you travel far away, we actually traveled into the future. You know what I mean? So you can actually travel. Traveling is traveling in time.
What do you mean to the future? You mean the society structure here? Or
No, yeah, that maybe also, but
because our time is in the future.
no, because the time is. I meant now because the time is in the future, but just because of this little fact that you are some hours away from what was usually your loop. Even if you wanted to, you can't really. So if I did FaceTime with my friend the whole day,
You're in another loop.
I'm in another thing because I can't talk to her the whole day. I'll be asleep. when she's still doing something, but I'll be awake while she's still asleep. So it's already a different thing. And I think that's why a lot of people who are different, who choose their own path, tell you wake up at 5 in the morning, for example, because you'll be different than the others. You do something. It's not even
Yes.
about the specific time. I can also choose to just stay awake the whole night, to work in the whole night, because
Right.
that's
I mean,
more
yeah.
my own rhythm, but just not participate in what everyone else is doing. But we need people who do what everyone else is doing. Otherwise, no one would do anything progressive for society either. So it's very difficult to even say, you have to escape the loop, because I think some people are just made to be in that.
The structures of the loop.
Yes,
Yeah,
and I
of
was
course.
happy with it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I guess so. I guess not everyone is designed to beat a system. That would be terrible. If we all beat the system,
Then the system would be beating the system, and you would like to be in the system.
Then you'd live systemlessly, which is also fine in its own way, but then things go away. I think the system is going to be gone, especially with things like AI, because then you have a system run by robots, and people can actually have free time to just do whatever. But even then, you're going to have to find something to add value to your life, I guess. But yeah, that's a couple years away. But in terms of escaping a loop, you can just do random things to escape the loop. Don't go to the nightclub you always go to. Go to another city. Have a new friend. You know, there's so many tools that just change the perspective. You don't have to travel. You know, you can actually just say, "Oh my God, I'm not hanging with the 5 people I always hang with.
Right.
Let me just go to another city and make some really random new friends." You know, and that's always
It's just a little thing. It's
a
just
little
one
thing.
little
Yeah.
thing.
Change your coffee. Change from coffee to tea. Remove a TV show. Those small things, you know.
Right, and also not even just change small things. I think what a basis of human nature is also development. And in a loop where you do the same job for 10 years and you didn't change position, and you just got older, maybe you've had kids or whatever, and then that's the factor that evolves in your life, but it's not you in yourself. So I think the problem is that a lot of people don't progress for themselves, because at some point, now I reached what I wanted, now I can't go further.
I
But
think a lot of people never progress for themselves. I think,
Right.
I think a lot of people have been put into a learning system where they have to be better than others. Then somewhere randomly a path is taken to you, or you decide to do something as a career based upon money. It's more like, oh, what pays the best? I'm going to do that. So you end up doing something you don't really like. And then what you call self-development, they think, oh, self-development is adding more capabilities onto something I already don't like. So I'm going to master something I hate. So you become actually the master of something you dislike. I was working in a marketing company, and I would have been top manager there because I was so good at it, but I hated it. So, you know, I didn't say, oh, it pays well, I'm going to stick to it. I left and did something that paid less, but I felt better about it, which turned out to be, in my case, the right decision. And that in itself was a loop, breaking the loop by, yeah, I think if you really want to break the loop, be yourself, truly yourself, because you are such an individual that you naturally won't fit into the loop.
yes, but the question is, and I think that's also one of the biggest problems for a lot of people in societies, especially like a European society that is very restricted in the beliefs, what you don't get when you're in it. But who am I? You also had a friend who asked himself, who am I? And then tried to discover it somewhere else.
Totally.
And I think that's actually the most difficult thing. Yeah, you say, okay, just be yourself. But who is myself? And at the end of the day, I believe that I have certain characteristics within my DNA first, and I have certain characteristics from growing up, from the whole surrounding I grew up in. So that's not really me, is it though? But it's also part of me because, you know, I learned to behave in a certain way. And then the third thing is, as an adult or older person already, who do I want to be? So it's like a mixture of all three of them, and then you have to calculate, okay, how much can I change until I'm not comfortable in myself, or do I want to be a totally different person? But is it then still me? So all these questions, and if you don't have a little bit of answer to that, it's also difficult to be yourself, I guess.
If you want to know who you are, find the thing you enjoy doing the most, alone, and not under the influence of any drug. If you really enjoy that thing, for me it was music. I can do music, I can sit and write a rap the whole day, not smoke cigarettes, not drink alcohol, just enjoy the beat and go through it.
But what if a person doesn't have one thing?
Then you have to try and experiment. But like I said, don't do it under the influence of any drug, because a lot of times you associate the dopamine you're taking. Like, oh, I'm such a fun person. No, bro, you like the taste of whiskey. In my sense, I'm not. Everyone thinks I'm just a fun party extroverted person. No, I was an alcoholic. Take away the alcohol, I don't want to see anyone. You know, I'd just rather play video games, hear a beat or something like that.
Or hang at a pool?
Hang at a pool, like, you know, read something AI related. That's stuff I actually enjoy doing. But of course, once the bottle of whiskey hits me, then it's the cigarettes. Then let's listen to some music, and then hey, everyone have a good time, because you know that's not my natural state. That's my natural state under the influence. But if you really want to find who you are, you know, that's I think it's so simple. It's just fun. Just like how depression is the symptom of not being who you are. That's how you get depressed. Like they say, when you advertise not happy with who it is, you get depressed. So I think if depression is the symbol for not who you are, then happiness is the sign of being who you are. Be around happy people. Why is this guy happy? What do you have? You know.
I think happiness is the wrong term.
Children in the pool.
Right, children in the pool are happy.
Yeah.
But it's a state. It's not a continuous state to be happy. I think it's a very wrong take if I say, in order to be happy, I have to do what I like doing. But even if I do what I like doing, there's a certain point where I be frustrated or be a bit depressed or be in this. I think it's more being balanced in sometimes being frustrated, because I also have to be challenged by the things I'm doing.
No, why? You aren't happy at the gym?
No, I'm not happy at the gym.
You're always happy when you go to the gym.
No. I'm always happy when I've been to the gym.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. But at the gym itself, I'm also getting frustrated sometimes, and I'm also sometimes depressed. And sometimes when I'm done with the gym, it's not 100. I'm just saying it's not a guarantee of being happy. It's more I'm satisfied with the progress I'm making because I like doing what I'm doing. It's not. I think happiness is a wrong term. I think it's more important to say, hey, happiness for me is actually from little things. So if I jump into the pool, if I'm in the sun right now, makes me very happy. But if I did it the whole day, I wouldn't be happy. So it's a little moment throughout the day, or little moments throughout the day where I can be happy. I have a general satisfaction in life because I'm doing what I like.
All right. Cool. I'm signing out of the top. Good job. See you later.